What up, campers? This is Jordan from Why We Work, and we make weekly videos about appreciating life in our hybrid travel trailer. And this week we have another fun install video. We got a new tow vehicle. The video on that's coming soon, but we're gonna dive into replacing the backup sensors so that we make sure we don't back into anybody's vehicle, fences, people, what have you. So take a minute, subscribe to our channel, and we'll dive into fixing those backup sensors. So we got a new tow vehicle. I'm not going to spoil the video, but we got a new F250, new to us, that is. It's actually 13 years old. But one of the things we knew when we bought it was that the backup sensors were out. The Ford dealership says they're about $130 a piece per backup sensor, but we actually found a guy on eBay who's selling them for about 25 bucks for all four. So I figured, what the heck, we got to give that a shot, right? So they just showed up last night, and me and my trusty partner Jacobus are going to jump onto the truck right now and get these backup sensors working again. Okay, so here's the offending issue. As you can see right here, our parking sensors are off. And what's supposed to happen when you kick her into reverse is that that's supposed to not be off anymore and actually tell you if you're about to back into something. And so it could be all four, or it could just be one of the sensors, but we got a package deal for four for about 25 bucks. So what we're going to do is replace all four, and theoretically once we get rid of the problem sensor, then once we kick her into reverse, that this light will no longer be off, and instead will tell us whether we're about to back into something. So that's the issue. Now let's go try and fix it. Okay, so here's the sensor still connected, and you can see there, this right here is the little clip that holds the sensor into the electrical plug, and you basically want to flip this up from the bottom using just like a little flathead screwdriver. Don't do what I just did, which is to bust out the clip. Again, I told you guys I'm not super mechanically inclined, but you can see right here there's a little sliver in there that allows you to slip your flathead in and unplug it. And then these are the little things, the little flares, I guess, or I don't know what the technical term is, but there's one on each little corner of the top that holds it into the bumper. So you just pull those clips apart, have somebody help you by shoving it through the bumper from the back, and then they fall right out. And then let me see if I can, let's see if we can't. Actually, you can just do it with your thumbnail, it seems like. You got it pried up now. Boom, you just pop it out just like that. And then you've got your second sensor out. Didn't break any clips this time. So it's actually really easy. If I can do it, any of you guys can do this. So this is the beauty part about being a dad. You get to enlist your helper to get in here and do some of the hard to reach areas and, well, frankly, some of the dirtier jobs, but he loves it. Right, Jake?
Yep.
Like a boss, he's taking care of his future truck right here. So So they came out pretty easy, and now we're gonna go ahead and pull these eBay specials for $24.99 out of the truck and try and put them back in the exact same way they came out. Fingers crossed. All right, so now we're gonna take the first sensor and try and plop her right back in where she came from. You want those same two tabs, basically, right where the old two tabs went. Oh my God, and look at that, first try. If you didn't know me, you might be confused about me being a crazy desk jockey. Look at that. Boom. And just like that, it was a 30-second plus or minus install on that first backup sensor, huh? If you know any better, you'd think I might actually know what I'm doing. That's number 2. Okay, so this might actually be our best angle on it so far, but you can see there's 2 tabs, one right here and one right here at the top, and that, see if I can get you an angle on that without blocking our, yeah, so one at the top, you can see that little nub sticking out there, and then there's one right down here, and those are just the clips that we pushed out to get the thing out of the bumper. And now we're gonna stick it back in the bumper, and as soon as it's back in, we will take this guy and plug it back into the end of the thing. And you can see that they're hooked up through those little clips that I showed you earlier. So this is literally how fast it goes to put one in. This is in real time. So you can see that you just wanna make sure that there's a clip on the top, a clip on the bottom. You shove her in, you sink those clips back down, and then we take this guy, and there's a matching tab right up here, and we just plug her right back in until that clip snaps back in, and there you go. So theoretically, if we did all this stuff right, then we are back in action with backup sensors. So let's go into the cab of the truck and fire her up and see what happens when we put her in reverse. Fingers crossed. All right, so this is the moment of truth. We never even tested it out outside. We got the parking sensors installed. It seemed almost too easy, but we're gonna give it a shot. And if they don't work, then I'm gonna cut this all out and we're gonna refilm it once we figure out what it really is. So as you can see, it's still in the off position. Huh? Nope.
The light go off? Is the off light still off?
The off light is still showing it as off. So
well, let's see. Throw it in reverse.
It's in reverse. That's the unfortunate part. So it doesn't look like we fixed them. Okay, so the problem was not the backup sensors. We replaced all 4 backup sensors, and as you guys saw, that parking assist off stayed off. It
stayed lit.
Yeah, it stayed lit. It wasn't ready to give us a warning when we were about to back down somebody's fence. So we think that the next culprit is this thing, which is the rear parking assist speaker. This is another part that they want a couple $100 for at the dealership that we found online for 25 bucks. So rather than pay $100 for a diagnosis, we're gonna swoop this off eBay, put this install on pause for a couple of days until the next part arrives. Then we'll plug this bad boy back in when we get the new one, and at that time I will show you what an absolute nightmare it was to get up and behind the dashboard to get this sucker out. Okay, so we found the culprit. It was the parking assist speaker, which went bad under the dash. A really simple little plug mechanism here. So you can see it just plugs right in. There's no fancy clips or anything. The hard part is accessing it because it's under the dash. So once you get in there, it's stuck onto the bottom of this box with a piece of double-sided tape. It feels like it's might be bolted in or something, but it's not. It's actually just stuck on with tape, and when I pulled on it, it came off. We unplugged her there. The new one came from Amazon for 20 bucks. I'll put a link in the description, and I'll show you where we put it and show you that it finally works again. Okay, so this is the panel. It's directly underneath the dashboard. You can see it has two little clips holding it in. They're like screw body clip pins, basically. There's one there. There's one over here. You pop those off. Then from there you pop off that little pin, just pulls right out. And behind there, and I'm sorry I rushed to put that thing on and then get everything back to normal. But right there, it's right up underneath your floorboards. You take out that black one that I showed you, then you pull off this guy, and if you stick your hand all the way up under there on the left, you'll feel that speaker that I showed you just a few minutes ago. Pulls right off, unplug it, stuck in the new one, and now she's working. Check it out. Okay, so as you can see, the parking sensor is off. First big change, we can turn it on even in park. Okay, the next big change is that they're actually working. Come forward. Yeah. Right down there, our sensor is working. And back away again. There we go. There we go. So yeah, for less than $50 worth of parts, we were able to replace that speaker and the 4 backup sensors. The speaker ended up being the thing that really needed changing, but we got 4 new backup sensors in there anyway, and she's working like a charm. Very easy to do. If I can do it, anyone can. So yeah, if you guys like this video, make sure to click that thumbs up and consider subscribing, and we'll see you guys on the next adventure.